Dear friends, in class 11 we are studying conic section and next conic section is an ellipse. We have already studied if this is an axis and generator. If we rotate generator along the axis, that is if you take axis as the center and if you rotate the generator like this, we will get two naps. We will get two naps. And now if it is cut like this, if it is cut exactly horizontal, we get a circle. But if it is cut like this, then we get an elliptical round figure. This elliptical round figure is called as ellipse. Now let us understand this. What does the ellipse means in two dimensions? It is a two-dimensional curve. So let us try to understand. An ellipse is a set of those points, set of the points whose sum is whose sum of whose distance from the fixed point in a plane is constant. Now let's try what does this mean. So if this is an ellipse and there are two fixed points. From these two fixed points, if you take the distance of any point on the curve, any point on this curve. So if this distance is A and B and there exists another point at any point at anywhere on the curve. Imagine this is P point, this is Q point, and it is at a distance C from one of the fixed point and at a distance D from the another fixed point. Then you will notice that A plus B is equal to C plus D. Or if you take any other point R on the curve, then distance between sum of the distances from the two fixed point is always same. So if this is E and F, then this will be equal to E plus F. If there exists another point S on the curve, then this it is also equidistant. Sum is always equal to the sum of the other points. So if it is at a distance of x and y, then you will notice that this is equal to x plus y. Please note. So ellipse is a set of all the points in a plane, the sum of whose distance from two fixed points. So from two fixed points, the sum of distance is always constant. It never changes. So let us try to understand this. Now those fixed points are called as fixed points are called as fixed points. Fixed points are called as foci. So if this is an ellipse, then it has two fixed points, and if you take any point on the curve, then the sum is always constant. The fixed points are called as foci, normally denoted by F1 and F2. Please note, we were denoting focus with letter F. Here two focus, so hence the word is plural, foci for F1 and F2. Now if you take a segment joining the 2 points on the curve and passing through the foci, then it is called as major axis. Please note, this is major axis. Major axis. See, if the ellipse is something like this, so its foci will be like this, F1 and F2. So line segment joining the 2 points on the curve and passing through the foci is called as major axis. In this case, major axis is this. Then the center of the two foci, that is the midpoint of the two foci, is called as center of the ellipse. It is called as center of the ellipse. Here, this midpoint of the F1 and F2 is called as center of the ellipse. A line, please note again, the segment perpendicular to the major axis and passing through the center. Line perpendicular to the major axis and passing through the center is called as minor axis. Minor axis. Please note, which is perpendicular to the major axis passing through the center is called as minor axis. Major axis is a segment joining the 2 points on the ellipse passing through the focus. Minor axis is perpendicular to the major axis and passing through the center. Center is the midpoint of the 2 foci. This major axis is denoted by twice A. Minor axis, major axis in this case also is denoted by 2A. Minor axis is denoted by 2B. Minor axis is denoted by 2B. So please note. And C is the distance of the foci from the center. So distance between the 2 foci is denoted by 2C. So 2C is the distance between the 2 foci. Then major axis is denoted by twice A. Minor axis is denoted by twice B. If from this you can understand that this major axis is denoted, semi-major axis is denoted by, semi-major means half. Semi-major axis is equal to A. Semi-minor axis is denoted by B, and distance of the foci from the center, foci from the center is focus you can say, focus from center is denoted by C. So we are going to use these three notations. A is the length of the semi-major axis, B is the length of semi-minor axis, distance of the focus from the center will be denoted by small letter C. Dear friends, let us try to understand the relation between semi-major axis, that is the notation A that we are going to use, small letter A. Semi-minor axis means we are going to use letter B for semi-minor axis, and the distance of focus from the center will be denoted by small letter C. So we are going to find the relation between A, B and C, where A is half of the major axis, B is half of the minor axis, and C is half of the distance between the 2 foci. So let us try to understand. For this I will draw one ellipse. You can understand. We have taken the ellipse at origin, easy form of the ellipse. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is origin. So if the foci is here F1 and F2, please note we are denoting length of semi-major axis, that is from here, then this distance will also be denoted by A. Length of semi-minor axis, that is this length, we are going to denote it by letter B up to this ellipse. And the distance between center of the circle, origin, and the focus, we are going to denote it by letter C. So these are the letters, that is semi-major axis is twice A, that is the segment joining the 2 points on the ellipse and passing through the focus is called as major axis. We denote it with 2A. It means half of it, that is semi-major axis is A, semi-minor axis is twice B, it is semi-major is B and total minor axis is twice B, and distance between the two foci is twice c. So distance from the center to one of the focus is will be denoted by c later. Now let P be any point on the major axis. So this is a point P on the major axis whose coordinates are x and y. So let P be any point on major axis. Now let us, in order to find the relation between A, B and C, let us find, we know that this P is at the distance F1P plus F2P. So sum of the distance from the two foci will be F1P plus F2P. Now watch carefully. This F1P is nothing but F1P is equal to F1, origin will be denoted by O. So F1P is equal to F1O. Please note, I am representing this F1P, F1O plus OP, and F2P is this distance plus F2P. Now look at the figure carefully. I am trying to find the distance of P point from the two focus. So it will be F1P plus F2P. I will get F1P is nothing but F1O and OP. Now F1O is nothing but C. Plus OP is nothing but A, and F2P. For F2P we don't have anything direct notation, but we can say that it is A minus C. Watch carefully, this total distance is A and this distance is C. So I can say that this is F1P plus F2P is nothing but A minus C. So if you solve it further, you will get positive C, negative C will cancel, you will have twice A. So please note what we have got. We have got P is at 2A distance from both the foci. So now let Q be any point on the minor axis. Let Q be any other point on minor axis. Now see, we have already defined this distance as C, this distance as B, that is, this distance is B. Now please note, these are coordinate axis, x-axis and y-axis. Coordinate axis are always perpendicular. So I am going to consider a triangle F1OQ, this triangle F1OQ, and this angle is the right angle. Coordinate axes are intersecting each other at right angles. So watch carefully. According to Pythagoras, this is a right angle triangle. So according to Pythagoras, I will get square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of perpendicular sides. It means this distance F1Q, or we will have sum of distance of this Q point will be F1Q plus F2Q. F2Q is this distance. Now in right angle triangle F1Q, we have this distance is C. I will write down side so that there won't be any confusion, and we know this semi minor axis is B, so you will get it is equal to under root B square plus C square. Watch carefully, this distance is B, this distance is C, and so this distance hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of, that is, if F1Q is equal to f1q square, square of hypotenuse is equal to b square plus c square. It means f1q is equal to under root b square plus c square. Similarly, this F2OQ is also a right angle triangle. So I will get this distance. Please note this is also again C. It is focus. Focus is at a distance C from the origin, and this is minor axis. So this also again becomes a right angle triangle, and hence hypotenuse is equal to square root of b square plus c square. So this is equal to plus root of b square plus c square. So if you add this, you will get twice root of b square plus c square. Now see, our definition of the ellipse was, ellipse is a set of all points in a plane such that the sum of whose distance from two fixed points in a plane is constant. That is, if this distance f1p plus f2p must be equal to f1q plus f2q. So according to definition we have, according to definition of ellipse, according to definition of ellipse, we have sum is always equal. So f1p plus f2p is equal to f1q plus f2q. So I will get twice a is equal to 2 times root of b square plus c square. Watch carefully, 2 is at both the ends, so it can be cancelled. You will get a is equal to root of b square plus c square. Now it also means if you square both sides, you will get a square is equal to b square plus c square. So thus this is easy to remember, a square is equal to b square plus c square. Sometimes if distance of the focus is asked, it can be remembered in this way also. C square is equal to a square minus b square. It means c is equal to root of a square minus b square. So any one of the equation you can remember to find the relation between semi-major axis, semi-minor axis, and distance of the focus from the center. So any one of the equation you can remember to find the relation. Dear friends, please note that if this is C is 0, if C is 0, then both the focus will coincide with each other. In this case, it will be a circle. So if C is equal to 0, we will get ellipse will become a circle. Ellipse will be circle. And if B is 0, and A is equal to C, then we will get a segment. Ellipse will be a segment. With midpoint at origin. Dear friends, next point is eccentricity. So, if this is an ellipse, whose distance of the origin to vertex, this is called as vertex. A point on major axis. A point on major axis and ellipse, or where the major axis cuts the ellipse, that point is called as vertex. So there are two vertices, and distance from origin is called, we denote it by letter A. Now eccentricity is the ratio of, eccentricity we are going to denote by a small letter E. Eccentricity is the ratio of distance of the focus from origin. If this is focus, then this distance is C. A is the total distance. So eccentricity is the ratio of distance of the focus from the origin to the distance of vertex from the origin. So eccentricity is equal to E E is equal to C upon A, where C is the distance of the focus from the origin and A is the distance of the vertex from the origin. So distance of the focus C is equal to A into E, where A is the length of the semi-major axis and E is eccentricity. So if you multiply eccentricity by a length of the major axis, we get the distance of the focus from the origin.